what's going on, guys? Prime Skylanders here, back for another video. And today I'm actually interviewing one of my friends who moved away not too long ago, maybe about a year and a half ago. And I thought it'd be a cool idea to do this cool little interview idea. I'm going to ask him some questions. He actually used to play Skylanders, and I did the first 2 games and a little bit of the 3rd game. So it's going to be very fun to ask him what he knows. So this is Kevin, guys. You can go ahead and say hello. Okay, so just to concur, how many games did you play in Skylanders? Like, what games?
Like, just in general, or actually,
Just played. It was the first 2 in Swap Force, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But you never owned Swap Force. I think you only played that with me, right?
Yeah, I just came over a couple times when we played Swap Force together.
Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump to the questions. So how this is going to work, we have 10 questions. They're all A, B, C, D. And then if he needs help, he's just going to repeat the question. And then I'm really not going to do hints because the whole point is to see how much he knows. And if he gets it wrong, it's just going to be something funny for y'all to, I guess, watch. Alright, starting off with question 1. What element was not part of the original 8 elements? Was it A, life, B, dark, C, tech, or D, air?
I want to say air.
You want to say air. So, you want to say that as that was not part of the original?
Yeah, that wasn't. I don't think that was part of the original.
Okay. The actual correct answer is B. It was dark. Air was part of it. Yeah, dark and light came into the game in the 4th game.
Oh, what were the undead guys then? Were they
Those were actually undead, not dark.
That's what oh my gosh.
Alright, moving on to question 2. What game introduced vehicles to Skylanders? So, I'm going to say a couple different names. This is like the name of the game. Hold on, I'm not there yet. Okay, you got A, Skylander Rip Riders, B, Skylander Treadheads, C, Skylander Superchargers, or D, Zoom Warriors.
It's Superchargers.
Okay, he got that one right. Dang. Okay. I really enjoyed the names. Like, me and a friends on Skype, we were really having fun with the names. I was like, there's no way he's getting this fun. Alright. Moving on to question 3. We got what is Chaos's mom name? Is it A, Cassandra, B, Miss Chaos, C, Claire, but it's actually spelled with a K, or D, we never actually met his mom?
I want to say Claire.
Claire, so you want to go with C?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That is actually incorrect. We met his mom in Swap Force, and it's actually Cassandra. But it's really weird how they spell it, because it's Chaos, and then they spell Sandria. So, when the name came out, no one knew how to pronounce it. But then, I think it was the show, or maybe it was the game. Later they pronounced it in the game and people figured it out. So, and see, in the Claire with the K, when I was making these, I'm like, this will totally get him, because as soon as I say Claire with a K, Chaos is usually with a C. So, change it with a K. Is that what tricked you? Was with the K, or what kind of made you think Claire? Okay.
Yeah, I thought Claire with the K, Chaos with the K. Either that or Miss Chaos.
Alright, going on to number 4. Which of these animals do we have has never been a Skylander before? So, this type of animal has never been made as a Skylander, okay? You get what I mean? Okay. Is it A, a rhino, B, a panda, C, a warthog, or D, a goat? A was a rhino, yes.
Fun fact, all dragons must pick the path of fire or ice before they can move on to adulthood.
Is your final answer the goat?
Or something.
Yeah.
That's actually that's incorrect. So let me go ahead and explain the characters. So the correct answer was warthog. Rhino, we got a rhino in Swap Force. His name is Frino, and it stands for Fire Rhino. And he's just a little fire rhino. B, panda. There's actually 2 kind of pandas in Trap Team. There's an Earth character who is legit a rock panda, and then there's also a character from Swap Force, which I think is It's a solid white-looking panda named Zulu. I'm not sure if he's really a panda, but when I was making this, I was thinking of the rock panda because I know for sure he is one. And then for the goat is actually from the newest game. He is a sensei, and he has a bow and arrow, and he hops around like a little goat. But we have not had a warthog, surprisingly enough. So moving on. Actually, in Imagineers, there actually is a warthog head. So I mean, I guess if you wanted to make one, but there's not an official one. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and move on to question 5. What is the name of Chaos's troll? You should know this. This is like his little sidekick that's been throughout all the games and the TV show. Was it A, Boomer, B, Mablobs, C, Arbo, or D, Glumshanks? I really have faith in you on this one. Which one?
D.
You saying D?
Yeah.
Glumshanks? That is correct. I am proud. Okay. Yes. Okay.
You said Boomer, and then up until I heard Glumshanks, I was like, I want to say Boomer because it sounds really familiar from something.
That is because where I got the names are Boomer is a troll Skylander. Because I remember Sprouts Adventure Seas was our least favorite character. We absolutely hated Boomer. Mablobs is a villain. He's another troll in another game. Arbo, I was thinking you might have got him. He was actually in Sprouts Adventure. He was the life guy who showed you to the tree area or something. So I was hoping those names might account familiar, then you'd be able to kind of get confused. Okay, so here's a swap force question. This one, I think you got really a high chance of doing it. Okay, so how did the swap force get their power? And the swap force is the team of all the characters that can mix and match. Was it A, bestowed upon Eon, B, because of a magical volcano, C, from a cursed spell, or D, because of an explosion at Cloudcracker Prison? Now, I want you to think really closely about this one. Because I really think you got this one. You just gotta think. Now remember, guys, he has not played since early Swap Force, so it's been a couple years.
Okay, what were the options again?
Okay, option A was the powers were bestowed upon Eon. B, because of a magical volcano. C was because of a cursed spell. Or D, because of an explosion at Cloudcracker Prison.
I want to say bestowed upon Aeon.
You want to say A, bestowed upon Eon?
Mm-hmm.
That is wrong.
Gosh dang it.
Okay, now, if you had a second guess, what would you think it would be?
I would probably say the curse.
Okay. The correct answer was because of a magical volcano. Yeah, so this
magical volcano exploded. Lava spewed all over these.
No, there's no lava. Okay, let me explain it. So it's a magical volcano, and when it erupts, it spreads magic across Skylands. And they were up at the summit fighting villains, and then they got caught in it, and then they can swap now. I mean,
So instead of lava, it's just fairy dust.
it's just mad. Yeah, it's fairy dust. It's awesome. It's very unique. Yeah. All right, let's go on to our next question. So this is from Trap Team. Which of the following villains are not Doom Raiders? Now, the Doom Raiders and Trap Team were like the main top bad guys that were boss fights. There were other little minor fights of villains, but these are the top guys. Was it A, Pinata, B, Golden Queen, C, Wolfgang, or D, Nightshade? Now this one I really feel like you're just gonna have to kind of guess, because I don't know if any of these you would really know, honestly.
Okay, so I kind of want to say Pinata, but I feel like the game creators would actually put in something like that. And then, like, Wolf Shade just sounds too...
It's Wolfgang.
Oh, my bad. Wolfgang?
Yeah, I just want to make sure so it doesn't mess up your answer. Yeah, Wolfgang.
Wolfgang sounds like it's a little too...
Senseis are stronger here.
mobster type style
Mobster.
for Skylanders. So I'm gonna say Wolfgang because it sounds like a Russian mob guy.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this: all those characters are in the game. But the only
Oh.
the non Doom Raider's Pinata. So let me tell you. So Pinata, he's a pinata with a lollipop as a weapon. Golden
I
Queen.
would imagine that.
The Golden Queen is she's a, I don't know, like just imagine a queen made of gold. That's her. Wolfgang is a wolf that plays rock music with tight skinny jeans. And then Nightshade, he's a bandit, and he has a bandana. He like tightens it and he turns invisible. That's Nightshade. But yeah, so Golden Queen and Wolfgang and Nightshade, they're Doom Raiders, and Pinata is just a normal villain. Actually, I believe, let me see. There actually is no magic Doom Raider. So cool little fact for you. So I don't know why there is none. There just isn't. All right, now this name you should for sure know. What battle class is Chompy Mage in Imaginators? So in Imaginators, there's 10 battle classes. I don't want to list them all. You should be able to figure this out, hopefully. Chompy Mage was actually in Giants, so I know you should know who he is. And he's actually a trappable villain in Trap Team. And then in Imaginators, he's actually a figure you can buy. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat the question. What battle class is Chompy Mage in Imaginators? Is it A, Brawler, B, Swashbuckler, C, Sorcerer, or D, Bazooker?
I want to say Sorcerer.
Now that's logic, isn't it? Now, I'm gonna tell you I'm not gonna say if that. I'm not gonna. I'm not saying that. What I'm gonna say is, think of a second one. What would you think it would be, and then pick between Sorcerer and one other one. Let me explain. Let me explain it. Brawler is like fist to fist. Swashbuckler is like dual wielding. Sorcerer is staff. Bazooker is with a bazooka. Now, with the knowledge, choose Sorcerer and one other one, and then choose between those two.
Okay. You said swashbuckling is like dual wielding, right?
Yes.
I remember he used to like use a staff and carry a chompy thing in his other hand, so I'm gonna say swashbuckler. That's my second guess.
Okay, now between Swashbuckler and Sorcerer, what is your final answer now? Like, between the two, what is your locked-in answer?
Well, I mean, originally I was gonna say Sorcerer because it seems logical, but then you said that seems logical.
Yeah.
And made me think of saying that. So now I'm fucking confusing myself.
I don't know. You tell me.
I want to say Sorcerer so bad because that's like the logical answer.
That is the logical answer, isn't it?
But, you know, you say that, and...
I say that, maybe. I don't know. What am I saying?
Skylanders, the game team also made a character called Pinata. It's just like
and then also made a character called Pinata.
Doesn't seem that, they're super into logic, so I'm going to say the Swashbuckler one.
You're wrong! It's actually Bazooka.
Oh my god.
Okay, let me explain this one.
Say it's probably the first one.
No. So here's the thing. No, he has the staff in his pose, but to make him fit, now it's really retarded. I completely agree with you. Logically, it's Sorcerer, but there was only meant to be one battle class for each villain. So what they did was, he has his staff in his toy form, but when he gets in game, in his opening, he throws it away and pulls out a bazooka and uses a bazooka. Yeah, he shoots Chompy out. I mean, it's still cool, but so yeah. So like, we put him on the portal. The Chompy puppet shakes his head at the staff. He throws it, pulls out a bazooka, and the mouth just opens like ah. And play explodes in the game. But there's actually an upgrade. So he shoots Chompies, right? But later down the upgrade line, you actually load his staff, and it shoots the staff out of the bazooka. So don't tell me the logic behind this game.
thought that like swashbuckler would be the best answer because like maybe he'll hit people with the staff and then I'll use the choppy puppet. But
No, yeah, his choppy puppet like breathes like acorns or something like that in the game. Yeah, it's something. All right, moving on to our next question. Which Skylander from Spyro's Adventures was never used again? Meaning not included as Eon's Elite and also Light Core. Like they were used in Spyro's Adventure and never seen again. Like they never reposed it or anything. Is it A, Sunburn, B, Slam Bam, C, Voodoo, or D, Hex?
Okay, what were the options again?
A, Sunburn, B, Slam Bam, C, Voodoo, D, Hex. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. Sunburn was the Fire Dragon. Slam Bam was the four-armed Ice Yeti. Voodoo was the guy with the with the helmet in the magic element. I can't, that the big helmet, him. And then Hex was the one with the tall ear things in the undead, who shot the skulls out.
I want to say Voodoo.
Is that your final answer?
I'm gonna say yes, but my second guess, if I'm wrong, is Slam Bam. But I'm pretty sure that's wrong as well because he's pretty cool.
Yeah, you're wrong. It was Sunburn. Sunburn was never loved, and he's such an awesome character. Slam Bam.
I don't even remember who that is.
Yeah, he was the Fire Dragon. He came in Dragon's Peak. Okay, you never bought him then. Slam Bam, he had a Series 2 and a Legendary and an Eon's Elite. Voodoo, he only got an Eon's Elite back in, what was it? Around Supercharger, so his is pretty recent. Hex got a Light Core, a Series 2. And she's...
Oh, the fire, the Phoenix guy. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so now we got one more question. Alright, so we are moving on to our last question. Here we go. This is for a Skylanders Giants one. So I'm going to probably reread it. I can reread it as many times as you need because I know it's going to be kind of hard. But here we go. Which of these groups of Skylanders were giants in the second game? So, like, what two characters were both giants? Was it A, Eyebrow and Torch, B, Swarm and Bouncer, C, Bouncer and Scratch, or was it D, none of the above?
So the first one was Eyebrow and Torch.
Yes.
I remember Eyebrow. I don't know if I remember Torch. It sounds like... And then Bouncer and who?
Okay, so Eyebrow and Torch for A, B was Swarm and Bouncer, and then C was Bouncer and Scratch, and then D was none of the above.
So I'm thinking Torch is the big, like he was kind of like a Raptor, but like bigger.
Oh, you're thinking the Fire Giant?
Yeah.
Okay, what about, because you said you know about Bouncer. Do you remember Swarm or possibly Scratch?
I don't remember either of those ones.
Okay, so you said you remember Eyebrow for sure. You said you remember Bouncer for sure. And then you're saying you think you know who Torch is. You like got a picture in your
I
head.
think I know who Torch is.
You're thinking like the big fire guy, right? With the fire on his hands and his head.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I don't know if that's the right one.
that's who you think he is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so are you going with the final answer, or are you trying to remember if you think it could be Swarm or Scratch? Because you for sure know Bouncer and Eyebrow is one. You're iffy on Torch, but you don't know if you remember Swarm or Scratch.
I don't remember Swarm or Scratch.
They sound like Skylander names, don't they?
I'm gonna say A.
You're sticking with A? Okay, that's wrong. It is Swarm and Bouncer. Okay, so let me tell you. Eyebrow is a giant. Torch is a little girl who has a blowtorch. and she has fire hair and she whips her hair in a circle. The giant you thought of was no, his name is Hothead. That is the giant. Swarm, if you remember, he was the air giant. He was the giant wasp. With the stingers. Yeah.
Skylanders!
And then Scratch, she was a little cat who had giant claws. She was a little cat character.